What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Georgia Tech versus NC State college football matchup going down Thursday, November 21st, 2024. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I absolutely love, head to Pickdawgz.com, click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Let's get you guys paid as we head into another loaded weekend of action ahead. But let's get to this one first. Between the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the NC State Wolfpack, you got Georgia Tech coming into this one 6-4 on the year, 5-4-1 against the number, coming off of a bye week after they had upset Miami 28-23 the week prior. While NC State 5-5 on the year, just 2-8 against the number though, after they fell flat against Duke 29-19 at home, and that followed up that big win over Stanford. And like I said, the loss to Duke really stung for NC State, considering that, it was a chance for them to get bowl eligibility, and they just let one get away against a Duke team that really hadn't been playing all that well going into that game. Luck had started to run out for the Blue Devils, and, teams were starting to take advantage of that, but NC State couldn't. But I do think this is a decent spot for them to potentially bounce back here, because this is a Georgia Tech team that has been great at stopping the run, but that's not what NC State's game is. NC State likes to air out the football. They're top 50, just outside the top 50 in passing yards per game. The yards per attempt are there. Yards per completion could stand to be a little bit better. But if you're going to attack Georgia Tech anywhere on the field, from a defensive perspective, you're going to want to do it in the passing game. I mean, this Georgia Tech pass defense, 77th nationally in passing yards allowed per game, 75th in yards per attempt. So, NC State could definitely move the ball through the air on this Georgia Tech defense, and also in the last three has seen those passing numbers go up slightly, just across the board. On the other side, that you got Georgia Tech, who should have some, success of their own against this NC State defense. But the difference for me here, though, is that while Georgia Tech is coming off of the win over Miami, and, they have had the majority of their success at home, going 4-0 straight up at home this season, what stands out to me is that this is just a situational spot, I think, that favors NC State. You got Georgia Tech, who, coming off of the win that, even though there was a bye week, but their last performance was a win that helped them clinch bowl eligibility. And now, they've got to take on NC State at home, who's hungry for bowl eligibility themselves. And Georgia Tech has a rivalry game against Georgia on deck. So, like I said, complete look-ahead spot for Georgia Tech with really just, nothing to really play for here, considering they're not going to make the ACC title game. There's no real implications for Georgia Tech. They would only really be trying to play spoiler here against NC State. And I don't want to be laying 8.5 points with a team, like I said, with just a lack of motivation in this matchup, only besides it being senior day. That's the only other thing I can think of for Georgia Tech. So I think NC State, just with having more at stake here, I think comes out with a little bit of fire here. And even if Georgia Tech wins, I can see them win this one by just a touchdown. So I'm going to take the 8.5 points with NC State in this one. That's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find us at Pick Dawgz Premium. While you're Pick Dawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.